soft skills matter. This is a story which brings out this point. Once, there was a king. He loved to visit different jungles which he had not gone before, and he wanted to go hunting. So he told his minister, please find a forest for me which I have not visited. So the minister sent his soldiers to go and see that jungle which he knew the king had never visited before. Now the soldiers went there. They reached the jungle. It was a dense jungle, but they could not find any dirt road through which they could enter the jungle. So they started wondering, how do we go inside? They looked here and there, and suddenly at a distance they saw one old man sitting under a tree. They said, there is nobody else over here, let's go to him. So they started making a lot of noise, cutting jokes, pulling each other's hand and making a lot of noise and walking on the road, and they reached that man. And when they reached there, they realized that the man was blind. So one of them said, oh andhe. They said, hey, you blind man. तुमको कुछ पता है इस जगह के बारे में? Do you know anything about this place? He said, आप पूछिए. Please ask me, I will tell you. This person said, okay, आपने कुछ देखा तो है नहीं, you have not seen anything, but still, since nobody is around, can you tell us from where can we enter this jungle? Is there any dirt road through which we can go? The man said, yes, I know. You go straight ahead and take a left turn. There you will find a small dirt road. And if you enter that, you will be able to go to the jungle. They said, ठीक है. Okay. And again they started making noise and talking to each other loudly and saying, ab pata nahi, we don't know, he's a blind man, he has not seen anything, and we are still following his instructions, but what can we do? Okay, there is no other option. And like this, they went and they found the road. They went inside. After an hour or so, the minister came. He again thought, from where do I go inside? He also noticed this man. He came to him and he too realized that he was blind. So then the minister got down very respectfully without making any noise, and he said, Oh Surdas ji, kya bata sakte hain? Can you tell me? Is there any road through which I can enter the jungle? I've come here for the first time and I thought maybe you would be knowing. The blind man said, Yes sir, I know. Some of your people came just before you. They asked the same question and I gave them the same answer. All you have to do is go ahead a little, and on your left you will find a dirt road which will take you inside, and I'm sure you will find your people also there. So the minister said, Thank you very much. You've been very helpful. Thank you. Have a good day. And he rode on his horse and he also found the road and he went inside. Now after an hour the king came. The king also did not know from where to enter. He again saw this man. He went there and he also realized that he's a blind person. So with a lot of respect, he got down from his horse without making much noise and he bowed. He said, Namaste Maharaj Ji. He just wished him and he said, Maharaj, can I ask you a question? So he said, Yes, of course. My lord, you're the king. You can ask me. Please tell me, what is your question? He said, Pehle aap ye bataiye. Tell me first, how are you? Are you fine? Do you need anything from me? Can I help you in any way? He said, Nahi Maharaj Ji. My king, I have enough. I am a simple, poor person. My needs are very little and I am happy. Tell me, in what way can I serve you? The king said, See, I have come for a hunt and I don't know how to enter the jungle. So I was wondering if you could tell me how to enter the jungle. He said, Of course I can tell you. Some time back, your soldiers had come. They asked me the same question. I gave them the same answer. Then the minister came. I gave him the same answer because his question was also same. And now you are asking me the same question. So, my lord, go ahead a bit and on your left, you will find a small dirt road. And if you enter that, I'm sure you will find all your people. The king again said, Namaste, you have been very, very helpful. May God protect you always. And if any time you need anything, you know I am there for you. Have a nice day. And he went and he entered the forest. Of course, he found his people. The whole day was great. They hunted a lot of animal, and then they were going back after sunset. Suddenly, the king thought that, I wonder, how did that old blind person know that the people who came first, they were my soldiers, and then my minister came, and after that it was me, the king. He was blind. How did he understand? Now this question started playing on his mind. He was feeling very restless. He said, no, I have to sort this out. So he rode back to that man. Luckily, that old person was still sitting there, and he said, Maharaj ji, मैं आपको फिर परेशान करने आ गया हूँ. I have come again to disturb you. He said, don't say like that, my king. You are the Lord and Master of our kingdom. You can ask me anything, anytime. Tell me, how can I help you now? He said, I have a small question. If you don't feel bad, may I ask you? He said, what is there to feel bad? You can ask me anything. The king said, see, this is a fact that you are blind. He said, of course I'm a blind person. So what if you have said I am blind? So yes, I am blind. He said, in spite of being blind, how could you make out that the people who came first and asked you the question were my soldiers? And then the one who came was my minister, and finally it was me, the king. How could you make out? Now the blind person said, my lord, are you making fun of me? I'm a very poor person, and yes, I'm illiterate, but you are asking me a question which, is this even a question? The king said, no, I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm really perplexed. Please tell me. He said, sir, do you think a person needs eyesight to understand at what level the other person is? He said, what do you mean? He said, when the soldiers came, the amount of noise they were making, the way they were talking to each other, the language with which they spoke to me, they asked me, oh, andhe, hey, blind man, do you know? Arey, asking a blind man, we are also fools. Does he even know anything? That was the kind of comment they were making. That clearly showed that they were, illiterate, uneducated people, very good in their own skill, but they did not understand the value of respecting the person to whom they were speaking. And it's fine. That is the category that they belong to. So I could make out they must be the soldiers. And then when your minister came, he also knew that I was blind. So he addressed me by saying, Oh Surdas ji, making it very clear that he knows that I am blind. And after that, he again asked me that, can I ask you a question? And then with a lot of humility and respect, he thanked me and he went away. This itself showed that he must be a man who has a proper position and good education. He comes from a very good background. He knows how to respect others to get respect. So I knew he must be a minister. Then finally you came, and look at the way you addressed me. You are the Maharaj. You are the king of this kingdom. And you called me Maharaj. And you said, Maharaj ji, you took my permission. He said, can I ask you a few questions? This was the way you addressed me. And after that, without going directly to the question, you asked me how I was doing. Did I need anything? And if you could help me. Who else other than the king would ask such questions, my lord? You tell me, is it very difficult to understand that who were the soldiers, who was the minister, and who is the king? The king got his answer and he went back home, giving him a lot of money and all that. The story ends here. But friends, what has this got to do with soft skills? And how do soft skills matter? Think over it. If I were to share with you my take, I would say a man is known by the way he speaks. The question was same. Everything was same. The answer was same. And they were all coming from the same kingdom. But look at the category difference. So every time we speak to someone, the other person creates an image of our personality on his mind by listening to the way we speak. So, don't you agree that soft skills does not mean just words? It is your body language, your tone, your voice modulation, your expression, the way you address the other person, all this is body language, and everything put together is called soft skills. So wouldn't you agree that soft skills matter? If you do, or you may have a different take. So please like, share, comment, let it be your thought. Subscribe, and for that, listen, interpret, adapt, and grow. Thank you. A little about the Institute, about us. The name of my institute is Mrs. Surabhi Banerjee's Spoken English Classes, established in 1980. And the name of our training program is Enhance Your English. We have classes both online as well as offline. And our client list comprises of professionals, entrepreneurs, students, homemakers, and people from all walks of life. For so many years, for this last 45 years that I've been working as a communication coach in my institute, I have trained people from different walks of life, and they have all blossomed into the real person that they wish to be. So if you wish to enhance your English or your communication skills, not just English, please feel free to contact us. The contact number is given below. Thank you.